I completed my energy audit for 2016. Yes, we spent an extra $439 for electricity last year, but we spent less, much less, on gasoline, $1,054 less. I confess that we drove fewer miles in 2016 than 2015, but about 5,400 miles less. But this fact alone would not reduce the fuel expense that drastically. On the other hand, we moved our electrical energy source to a company that supplies power from renewable sources only, solar or wind, no natural gas, no fossil fuels. This source costs about 1/3 more than ComEd or any of its competitors. At the end of the year, we had saved $615. I admit that an electric car isn't for everyone. We cannot drive across the country unless we own a Tesla and have some extra time, a lot of extra time. In the wind, the car is sometimes buffeted because of its light weight. In cold temperatures, the efficiency is reduced because of the need for the blower for the heater. If I had to add a 240-volt line and buy a 240-volt battery charger for the garage. By the end of June, I suspect we'll have saved that extra money back. But we kept over 7,200 pounds of CO2 from entering the atmosphere, more than 3.5 tons. And no gasoline or oil was spilled in driving the I-3, except for a couple gallons of oil. And I, Mr. Speed Demon, love the acceleration. You've never felt anything like this. This car is fast, really fast. When I see a small hole in approaching traffic, I can pull out and enter because the car is nearly instantaneously at the speed of the approaching cars. That's good. Yes, I have 2 other cars, but if we are driving and have a choice, we drive a BMW. Although this might sound like a commercial for BMW, I'm not asking you to support them necessarily, but I ask that Americans do more than pay lip service to environmental causes. Drive electric. I don't want the smog of Beijing invading my area or anywhere else in this country. Last week I saw a plug-in for it in front of the Caputo's grocery store near my house, and the store's owner or manager allowed him or her to plug in. Or maybe that was the owner's car. More choices for electric cars are available and blossoming every year. Maybe just in time. We need to choose to drive electric. Plug in. Any questions for anyone here?
Question is, am I colorblind like my dad? And the answer is no. It is hereditary to a certain extent, and I have a niece who's colorblind, but she's not as colorblind as he was. And of course, since you asked, that colorblindness, that seeing things in black and white, in the longer manuscript, that's kind of a metaphor that I developed about the way he saw the world. Yes, he sees the world in black and white, but he sees the world in black and white. Good question. Yes?
What was your favorite part about teaching at Fremd?
My favorite part about teaching at Fremd was the people. I can't begin to say what I think Fremd is like now because I don't know, but there was a time when it felt like a community, and it was people. They were really good people. We knew each other, we cared about each other, and we built something. So the people, good question. You guys?
We've all subbed at other places, and we don't take the Fremd student body for granted. I'm not just saying that. I'm at Harper now. I've been at some other high schools, and you guys have something special here. Especially with Russ and Gina, who continue to make this a great day. By the way, we're the only ones who have been on stage for every single Writers' Week for 23 years. So if there was a year where we didn't get invited back, it would be kind of devastating.
Yeah, I second both of these guys' comments. Right now I'm teaching at Wabanzi Community College. Can't always stop, but I think this is the end. However, I think fondly of all the students I had at the school. This is an incredible place, and you guys should applaud yourselves for the great work that you do here.
Got any life advice? Got any life advice?
Hearing off the news.
I have one for Gary. I have one for you. So when I read Springsteen's book, and I just heard what you wrote, there was a little bit of a connection for me. You see it too?
I hadn't really thought about that, but Michelle was saying that new Bruce Springsteen autobiography, which is great, talks a lot about his struggles with his dad. And I can see it. I can definitely see it. There's also an author, his name is Pat Conroy, who had an interesting relationship with his military father. But yeah, I mean, those parts of the Bruce Springsteen book probably gave me a little courage to get this on paper. Thanks.
What authors have inspired us? Let's see. Lately, it's been Richard Russo, Don DeLillo, Philip Roth.
I've been reading some South American stuff. The Daily Show, the history of the Daily Show book is funny. I love that. And for life advice, put away your cell phone. You know, just get off of that and give yourself a break.
One other book, The Knicks by Nathan Hill. It just came out a few months ago. It's a beautiful, hilarious, heartfelt book.
Pat Conroy, and he's not an author, but Bill Murray. That's the last question. Yo.
Oh, I'm up to about 15 by now. It used to be better, but I get older. That's happened. It used to be 50. It used to be like 10.